I'm Morgan from Pack Hacker, and in this video we're taking a look at the Ello Syndicate 20-ounce glass water bottle, which I've been testing for 2 weeks. If you find this video helpful, hit subscribe so that we can continue making content that helps you travel smarter. Let's jump in. So this glass water bottle is made from, you guessed it, high quality glass. And that means that the water inside will not have any of like the typical leaching or staining or unwanted odors or taste that usually come with like aluminum or plastic or stainless steel water bottles, especially like when left over time. And so that was really nice, not having to worry about that. And it also includes this nice, super grippy silicone sleeve that just kind of gives it like a nice aesthetic. It is very like tight and very like, you can take it off. However, if you do, I don't have any idea how you would, good luck getting it back on, honestly, because it is like very secure. But you can kind of see if you really are not like interested in it, you can remove it. It also has a little carry loop right here that's made from a similar silicone that feels really sturdy. It's got like a very tiny amount of stretch, but I wouldn't like go about trying to like see how far you can get it. The loop itself is pretty small. I have typically a little bit larger hands, and there's definitely no way I'd be able to get this like around my wrist. See, and then the lid is also really nice. As you can see, it's leak proof, so you don't have to worry about having any like of the contents spill out on any of your gear. And then it's got this, they call it the one touch flip lid, and you just press this button and it flips open. That sound is typically just because of the glass, and while I find it somewhat satisfying in like quieter environments like lecture hall or something like that, it might be not ideal. So just something to keep in mind there. And then this is a method to lock the lid so that when the button is pressed, it doesn't flip or pop open, which is really nice, especially in transit. That way you don't have to worry about anything like that. And it's super easy to use one-handed. You just slide it and then press it like that. And I also really like this lid because when you're drinking, it has like a little bit of a spring that keeps it from falling on your face. And so I've had that issue a couple times with various water bottles where I'm like drinking it and this like hits me in the nose. So I really appreciated that. And then you can remove this lid, but really the only time you need to is if you're cleaning the water bottle, because the opening is the same no matter what. And so I found that to be kind of convenient. So like in order to refill it or to drink from it, it's like I just kept the lid on basically. And that's like one less thing that you have to worry about instead of having to like unscrew it and then potentially dropping this or losing it. It works really, really well and is like pretty smooth to get on and off if you do want to remove it. So as for packability, this is like a very convenient water bottle and very nicely sized, I would say. The only issue that I ran into was because of the silicone grip. Depending on the backpack that you use, the silicone tends to get a little bit caught on a lot of the water bottle sleeves or water bottle pockets. And so I found it just required a little bit extra force to get it in, but it also means that it doesn't slip out nearly as easily as well. So I found it to kind of be like a pro and a con. In terms of weight, it's glass, so it is on the heavier side. So if you're trying to like avoid or like count your pounds, that's something to keep in mind. And then also the sleeve provides a very minimal amount of like impact resistance. It's not super thick. So I would be careful because if you bump it, it is glass, so it can shatter. Comparing this to something like the Owala Freeze Set, they have a similar form factor. They both have locking lids, which is really nice, and they both have like the one touch or one button opening. The Owala is made from aluminum, so it can have that like stainless steel, so it can have like that altered taste depending on how long it's in there. And it also has a insulated body, so it doesn't sweat and it keeps your the contents colder for longer. The Owala is a little bit nicer in that it has the one opening so that you can refill it a little bit easier, and it has glass, so it doesn't have that like altered taste. And then the Owala does also offer the like second way to drink from it with like a sip instead of just like a swig, as they call it. And then comparing it to something like the Hydro Flask, the top comes off of this one and it's somewhat easy to lose, but it has like the same idea with like the same opening being how you drink and refill it. But the Hydro Flask also is made from stainless steel, so potentially can have like that, you know, funny taste to it. And it is also insulated and doesn't sweat either compared to the Ello. So there you have it, the Ello Syndicate 20-ounce glass water bottle. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next video.